Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, and today's topic is sea and land breeze. Now before we are going to discuss this, first let me make this clear that this phenomenon that we are going to discuss is basically found in some particular region of the world. It is not found everywhere, this type of breeze that we are going to discuss now. So where it is found? This interesting phenomenon is experienced by the people living in the coastal areas. Now what do you mean by coastal areas? Coastal areas are those areas which are near to the sea or the seashore, you can say. Say for example, the southern part of India is surrounded by the seas, the oceans. So those are the coastal areas. The areas which are near to the sea or the ocean. Clear? So this phenomenon will occur only on those areas. Now during the day, the land gets heated faster than the water. Why this happens? Because land absorbs most of the sun rays, and as a result it gets heated up. But in case of water, it's different. The water reflects most of the sun rays, and as a result the water stays cooler than the sun. Now the air over the land becomes hotter and rises up. As soon as the land gets started heating up, the air which is just above that land mass or the land portion of the land, it will get heated up, the air. As a result, the hot air will rise up. We all know this phenomenon. Now the cooler air, as we know the water is cooler than the land during the daytime, so the air that will be blowing from the sea or the ocean will be definitely cooler, so it will directly rush towards the this land. Towards the land it will rush to take that its place, because the hot air, it will definitely rise up and the land is still getting heated up, so this cooler air will come in its place, and then again this cooler air will get started heating up. So this whole process we'll see later on, but you can see now here is directly given from your textbook. So you can see the cooler air from the sea is coming towards the land, because land is getting heated up. The hot air, it starts rising up, and again it requires air, so air is coming again. So this whole process will be explained now in this slide. The warm air from the land moves towards the sea to complete this cycle, and this air is called what? It is called sea breeze, the air that is coming from the sea. Now to explain this point, let me show you a picture. So this is the whole mechanism, how the sea breeze is formed. So the mechanism is very simple. As we know, during the daytime, the land becomes hotter quickly than that of the ocean or the sea. The reason already I have given you. So since it gets heated up quickly than this sea or the ocean, so as a result the cool air comes from the ocean. As this portion is already heated up, so it will also start heating the air surrounding this land mass. As a result, this hot air will rise up. Okay, and this hot air will go back to where? It will go back to the oceans again to cool down. Then again the cool breeze will come from the ocean or the sea. It will reach the land, it will get again heated up, it will go back, it will rise up, again it will go back to the sea. So in this fashion, the whole cycle is continuously goes on, and it happens only during the daytime. And the breeze that is, or the air that is coming, the cool air that is coming from the sea or the ocean, is nothing but the sea breeze. That's why you can see in the coastal areas, most of the buildings are sea facing, or most of the houses are sea facing. Why? In order to get the cool air. So even if it is a very hot day during the summers, the people living near the coastal areas, they experience a very nice, pleasant, cool sea breeze due to this mechanism. And always there is a windy or breeze that is blowing near the coastal regions. You will never see that there is no wind blowing. Always near the sea shore or near the sea areas or near the coastal areas, there is always wind blowing continuously because of this mechanism. Now you might be thinking this happens only in day. What will happen in night? Yes, in night also another mechanism happens. Now we have talked about sea breeze. Now there is another left, that is land breeze. Now let us see what is land breeze. At night the situation is totally the reverse. Yes, we have come across sea breeze. Now we'll discuss about land breeze. Land breeze is totally the different phenomenon than that of the sea breeze. Okay, now what actually happens is that the water cools down more slowly than the land. Yes, although water is cooler than the land during the day, but at some point water will also get heated up, but it takes a lot of time for the water to cool down. Why? Because water has a more heat capacity than that of land. Land quickly absorbs also, and it quickly gives out also the heat. But in case of water, it's not the same. It takes time also to heat up, also it takes time to cool down. So the cool air from the land, since the land quickly cools down during the night, so as the land mass or the land gets quickly cooled down, so then the air which is above the land is becoming cooler than that of the sea or the ocean. So as a result, now the wind starts blowing or the air starts blowing from the land towards the sea. The cool air will now blow from the land towards the sea. So this air is called what? Or this wind or blowing of the air is called what? It is called land breeze. You can see this diagram. Earlier it was moving in this fashion, in a clockwise direction. But here you can see the arrow direction is anti-clockwise. So remember that while drawing this diagram, or you can say the mechanism, to show this mechanism, always remember the arrow signs. If the arrows are in a different direction, it will totally mean different thing. So land breeze, you can see it is in the counterclockwise or the anti-clockwise fashion. So as the land during the night time is cool, so the air above it is also cool. So this cool air will blow towards the sea or the ocean, because here the temperature is more, or it is heated up. It takes time to cool down. So it will move from the land to the sea, so it is called land breeze. And again, the air which is just above the sea or the ocean, since it is not yet cooled down, so it will rise above the hot air. Again, it will go back to the land, because land is cooler now during the night time. And this similar way, this whole pattern or the whole cycle continues. So this is all about land breeze. So I hope you all have understood about the sea breeze and the land breeze. It's not very tough, but the only thing is that the mechanism is totally reverse or vice versa. Clear? So I hope you all have understood it. You can go back to your textbook. Although the image that I have shown here is not similar to that of your textbook image, but the mechanism is same as it is. So that's it then. Thank you and have a nice day.